With the D23 Expo came many announcements for the Disney parks around the world. Paris saw its somewhat smaller share of announcements too, that ranged from a brand new show in the Disneyland park to a much more detailed look at the Disney Adventure World project, including a brand new land themed to none other than the Lion King. In today's video, I'll go over everything Paris that came with the park's presentation, so come along to discover what we know regarding all these and more.
Boy.
Before we begin, if you enjoy my content and this video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing as I upload weekly videos on theme parks from the past to the future. If you want to go the extra mile, consider becoming a channel member. You can find me over at Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and in the Discord community where theme park fans come together. Links are in the description. With that, let's begin. So, let's start in the Disney Adventure World Park, or as it's currently known, Walt Disney Studios. The park had a nice presence at the Disney Imagineering booth with a very large model showcasing it all, with new looks at the still-to-be-done World Premiere Plaza with its new pavements, trees and decorations. The Adventure Way Promenade that will lead guests from World Premiere Plaza to Adventure Bay, the lake. In the way, guests will pass through the English Gardens with its gazebo and the new entrance to the Toy Story Land, expanding the footprint of the land and a brand new meet and greet location themed to the franchise. Finally, I must add, when they arrive at the lake, the new Regal View restaurant will offer some amazing views of the new areas as you eat. Adventure Bay will be the new center of the park, connecting the several lands and attractions around it. With World of Frozen in the front, Cars Road Trip on the right, and now a brand new The Lion King themed land based on the original 1994 animated classic. I've made a full video regarding this land, so I won't go into much detail, and I really recommend checking that out after this. The land will have one major new ride to be on a huge scale as they teased by the giant size of its show building. The land will replicate the African savanna as seen in the movies, but have two separate areas, one being the bearer, while the other having the meet and greet, dining and shopping locations, more trees and other types of decorations. The model showcase at the Imagineering Pavilion did offer us a much better understanding how everything around the lake will look like. After years of seeing schematics that didn't include everything, litter permits, and trying to place everything, this is much simpler. We can see Tangled Spin and the paths around it, the roundabout square at the end of Adventure Way, the special detail on the larger East Pavilion where a snack location and toilets will be present. Speaking of, the new toilet block on the other side just by the Regal View restaurant, which we can also get a better look at. However, what I think is important here are the small details. Small things like the 3 merchandise kiosks, similar in size to the Avengers Campus portal shop, that will be present around the lake, to be found in front of the East Pavilion, just by the new Tangle attraction, and in front of Cars Road Trip. These will act as mostly the only permanent shopping locations outside the Lion King and Frozen lands around here. The West Pavilion and the 3 food kiosks by it are also present, offering some food options. Another thing the model showcases very well are the awnings around the large body of water that will shelter guests from the elements. We see 2 large ones in front of the East Pavilion and one between Frozen and the Lion King. Behind the big show viewing location, there are also 3 smaller awnings, which will surely be a welcome addition during some rainy nights. Let's just take a final look and appreciate the amazing details of this model, because it really is a magnificent way of showcasing what is the biggest expansion to the resort in a very long time. And also, thank you to Arvid from Travel to the Magic for the amazing photos that made it possible. Disney also shared some news I had hoped wouldn't come true, which was that World of Frozen won't open until 2026. Construction is set to end in the second half of next year, but there's a lot more to opening an expansion such as this, from all the testing, cast member recruiting and training, and so much more. While a part of the year or season wasn't announced, we're expecting it to be early 2026, perhaps spring, but that's yet to be revealed. Now, let's move to something exciting: shows. The Adventure Bay Lake truly will be the perfect location for a nighttime spectacular in this park, because it offers something unique in the resort, a 360 view, meaning you can watch the shows from anywhere around the lake, similarly to Tokyo Disney Sea or, in a larger scale, Epcot's shows. Fountains are being installed in the middle of Adventure Bay that will play an important role in its future shows. During the day, I suspect they will be active, with perhaps some small shows with music or reacting to a parade, but as the concept shows, it appears like they'll remain active for a large part of the day. During the night, that's when things get more interesting, as Disney finally announced that there will be a nighttime spectacular to be showcased here. Here's what they had to say about it. An all-new breathtaking nighttime show will also debut on the lake and above. The banks along Adventure Bay and the Regal View restaurant and lounge will be the perfect spot to admire the awe-inspiring combination of water screens, fountains, special effects, and never-before-seen drone choreography, honoring its long legacy of innovation in nighttime entertainment, and in partnership with its France-based official technology provider Dronesses. Disneyland Paris is also developing the first of their kind water drones to be used just for this special show that will bring each adventure-filled day at Disney Adventure World to a spectacular close. This concept art was also shared, as well as a short video behind the scenes. But let's try to understand that statement. The show will have several elements with water screens, fountains, special effects, drone choreography, and water drones. From this and the concept art, it sounds like Disneyland Paris is taking inspiration from California Adventure's spectacular World of Color, which also features special effects, water screens, and most importantly fountains, but taking it to the next level with drone technology, both in the sky and in the water. In the behind-the-scenes video, we can see the barge-like center where all the show equipment from the water screens to fountains and lights will be, acting similarly to Epcot's way of doing the shows, as well as an amazing look at the flying manta in the sky from Moana. The water drone technology is what piqued my interest, however we'll have to wait to find out more. This brand new nighttime spectacular will debut when Adventure World, Frozen and the rest opens in 2026. However, we won't have to wait as long for the next thing, because it'll debut just a few months from now in January of 2025. Since a few months ago, Disney has been conducting projection tests in the castle at the Disneyland park for what appear to be some brand new sequences. The photos shared online by ED92 showed two different scenes. The first, located in London with a large Big Ben, and the second, what looks to be a Toy Story scene with the little green aliens and other elements. This was also when none other than Steve Davison, the lead creative executive of parades and spectaculars with Disney parks around the world, was in Paris. He's behind some of the most beloved nighttime shows like World of Color, Disney Dreams, Wishes, and many others. This D23, Disney made it official and announced that a brand new nighttime spectacular will replace the now 7-year-old Disney Illuminations, and I could not be more excited. The park has been needing a new show for years. Currently, a shortened version of the already lackluster Illuminations plays after the incredible pre-show Disney Electrical Sky Parade with its amazing drones. This time, the new show will combine everything into one, as it will feature drones, the first time in a daily nighttime spectacular. This is what Disney had to say about it. New Year is usually synonymous with new beginnings. Starting January 2025, an all-new nighttime spectacular will enchant guests of all ages every day at Disneyland Park, featuring a magical combination of iconic songs and projections of Disney characters onto Sleeping Beauty Castle. This new show will bring guests on a journey filled with emotion and nostalgia to help them discover that true magic lies within every moment of life. With its unique blend of projections, fountains, breathtaking light effects, and an original soundtrack, this show promises to push the technical boundaries set for previous nighttime shows, such as Disney Dreams, and immerse guests into their favorite stories like never before. Additionally, for the first time in the history of nighttime spectaculars at Disneyland Paris, Main Street USA will also serve as a backdrop for a show. Whether it comes to the colorful settings of Pinocchio, Beauty and the Beast, Encanto, or even Buzz Lightyear's Galaxy, many Disney animation and Pixar stories will be brought to life on the iconic street located in Disneyland Park, a never-before-seen experience made possible through state-of-the-art projections, complete with sound effects that will further immerse guests into the story. So yes, for the first time ever at Disneyland Paris, Main Street USA will get projections, this being one of the most exciting parts of the announcement. This has previously happened in Disney World and Disneyland, and it's finally making its way across the pond. With this, it'll be much easier to feel immersed in the show, even if you don't have a clear view of the castle, which has been a problem since the first projection-based shows. Disney specifically notes that the spectacular will be based on Disney and Pixar stories, from classics such as Cinderella and Toy Story to newer runs like Encanto and Moana. The concept art clearly show that drones will also be an important part of the show. In this case, Lilo and Stitch riding a rocket with what appears to be the drone fireworks behind them. Talking about fireworks, it's also fair to note that the big shell fireworks we see in the concepts most likely won't be used due to noise pollution limits. They've also been featured before and nowhere to be seen in the shows. No premiere date has been provided, but Disney Electrical Sky Parade is set to end on January 6th. So a new show could possibly replace it and Illuminations not long after. Now, with that, we have a brand new nighttime spectacular coming in just a few months with brand new projections on Main Street, many updates and new looks into Disney Adventure World, a new nighttime spectacular in Adventure Bay, an opening year for World of Frozen, and of course, the newly announced Lion King Land, which, let me remind you, you should definitely watch my video on now. So, what do you think about the new nighttime shows planned for Paris? What about the Disney Adventure World updates? Let me know down below. And now, as always, thank you for watching, and that's a wrap.